Hello. Website in touch GURU.Markets. Thank you for watching our video review. Now let's compare the main fundamental indicators of the company Brady Corporation, ticker BRC. This review was created based on data as of August 15, 2024. According to classification GURU.Markets, company Brady Corporation belongs to the subcategory Safety. 59 organizations participate in the assessment, which is very representative. We start with summary data for the company. If necessary, you can put a stop. You can study each parameter of the company under study more thoroughly. Access to the database with the classification of company tickers is absolutely free and free. Thank you for your repost, as well as various other help. It is extremely helpful in my work. Market capitalization of the company Brady Corporation is $3.37 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $178 billion. Brady Corporation accounts for a share of 1.892%. This is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $0.97 billion. With a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $27 billion. Brady Corporation constitutes a share of 3.623%. By comparing the shares of stock exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we can see the following. Occupied share Brady Corporation in the subcategory in the case of assessing the exchange value is 1.892%. The balance sheet capitalization is 3.623%, which is 91% more than the share of market value. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory. Good 1 point. Total company assessment Brady Corporation will be demonstrated at the very end of the review. Please look at the logic of the analysis to the end. The debt obligations of the organization under study amount to $0.087 billion. Debt to book capitalization represents 9% of the company's capital. Result on the company's debt obligations. Very good, 2 points. The balance of the company's market price to its profit is 18.1. With an average in the subcategory of 57.5, this is 69% lower than in the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market value to its profit in comparison with the subcategory. Very good, 2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was $191 million. Projected earnings for the next 12 months are expected to be $213 million. And this is 11.4% more than at the current moment. An assessment of the projected future profit indicator in comparison with in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's value to revenue ratio is 2.5. The average for the subcategory is 3.2, which is 22% lower than in the subcategory. Assessment of the indicators of the exchange price to its revenue in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $1,340 million. Future revenue for the coming 12 months is expected to be $1,500 million. This is 12% more than now. An assessment of expected future revenues in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The margin is 14.2%, with an average in the subcategory of 5.6%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 8.6%. Profitability assessment in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 2.327%, which is 23% more than the share of market capitalization. And this shows the discrepancy between the stock exchange value of the organization Brady Corporation, probably towards underestimation. The amount of market capital per company employee is $602,000. Whereas for the subcategory, $741,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 18.8%. Estimation of the amount of company capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Good, 0.5 points. The profit per individual employee is $34,100. With the average in the subcategory, $12,900. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 165%. Estimation of profit for each company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The share of sales per company employee is $240,000. In the subcategory, $229,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 5%. Estimation of revenue for each company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Shares for sale correspond to 1.1%, with a subcategory average of 3.6%. This is an assessment of the risk of a short squeeze. Indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 60% for the company Brady Corporation, whereas for the subcategory this level is 47%. Technically, securities of the subcategory are valued lower than those of Brady Corporation. Comparing the dynamics of a company's share price Brady Corporation and subcategory companies, we will see that over the past 12 months, the company's shares Brady Corporation showed dynamics of 42.7%. Against the price dynamics for the subcategory minus 13.9%. This clearly does not indicate anything, but we must keep this fact in mind. The result is 8.5 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 1.1 points. If you look very broadly, within the US stock market in the aggregate, we can see that the average result for the entire US stock market as a whole is 0.3 points. Against the score of 8.5 points for Brady Corporation. Let's look at the order table, which is available to you. The link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all decisions of the information and reference system for stock valuation GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is free and open. Link in pinned comment. As a result of the company's assessment Brady Corporation, Information and Reference Assessment System GURU.Markets, the following decision is made. Open an order due to the fact that Brady Corporation is an undervalued company in the subcategory. Let me remind you that earlier on February 9, 2023, the order was published. Ticker LXFR. Information and Reference System for Stock Valuation GURU.Markets. The following decision is made on this order. Close the deal. The loss was 36.9%. Thank you, audience, for watching this video and for using the help system from GURU.Markets. You are all the coolest audience on the planet.